Hey everyone, I'm back and today we're going to be talking about In Bruges, directed by Martin McDonagh, and yet again, I can't really talk about the plot of this movie, but for different reasons, and that's because if I were to start really getting into what this movie is about, then I would ruin a major spoiler for this movie. That happens about halfway into the movie, and I really do feel as though not knowing what this movie is about all that much will be much better for your experience. But what I can say is it's about two hitmen waiting for some orders. That's all I'm gonna say. And the movie is a dark comedy. There's lots of great comedy in the movie. I think the performances are great, and the characters are really well written. There's lots of funny jokes. There's really memorable scenes, and really just a great movie. Is it as great as Three Billboards? No, I think that movie's a little bit better than this movie, but I like it more than Seven Psychopaths, though I haven't seen that in a while. Where this movie works for me is with its characters. I think that it's a very funny movie, but it also has the characters that are really well written, and they have actual parts about them that you can relate to, and I genuinely cared about these characters, and they have sort of a dark side to them, and it kind of shows mainly with the main character, Ray, and he's just dealing with something that he did, and I'm not going to say what that is because that's a major spoiler for the movie. But throughout the entire movie, you do feel as though he's struggling with this, and he doesn't really want to be where he is. He thinks it's like the worst place in the world. And throughout the entire movie, he keeps calling it like the worst thing in place he could possibly be, basically. He doesn't actually say that. I'm not going to say what he actually says, but it's pretty funny. I really liked his partner. I can't remember his name, but he was a great character, and he was the one who was interested in everything that he was seeing, and he was interested in the history, and he found all that fascinating, and he plays off with his partner Ray, and these two are really great together, and whenever they're both on screen together, I think that's probably some of the best scenes in the movie, and I haven't even gotten to my favorite character yet, but I'll get to him in just a minute. But going back, I do feel as though his character added a lot to this movie, and if he didn't exist, then I think this movie would not work nearly as well. And if this movie had just one main character, then I don't think I would be nearly as invested in this movie. I would still enjoy it, but I think its characters are really what hold it together. Now I'm going to talk about Harry in this movie. His character is very over the top. He has a very short temper, and whenever he explodes, it's the funniest thing ever to me. He doesn't get introduced until about the last half hour, 45 minutes, but once he does, he steals the scene. There's also violence in this movie, and I thought the violence looked real. It never looked fake, and all the blood looked real to me. And I like where this movie takes place, obviously to add to the humor of the film. And there are elements of the movie that get reincorporated later into the film, and I thought it was really well done. And there is a chase scene in this movie at the end of the movie. I'm not going to spoil it, but just keeping it vague, I can talk about my one issue with this movie without spoiling anything. My only issue is that the music that they used, I get what they were going for, and most of the music worked well, and it was appropriately used, but in that one chase scene, I thought it went too far. It was trying to be like, I don't know, rock or really intense and fast-paced and to really get you into it and feel as though there was some tension in there. But unfortunately, I think the music was a little too overbearing, and it didn't really work for me, unfortunately. But aside from that, I don't have any other issues with this movie, and I think it's really great. It's really funny. The characters are well written. The story actually goes in places that are interesting to watch. There's some really fun characters. Even the side characters I liked in this movie. In any other movie, they would probably be annoying and feel like they're just padding out the runtime, but I do feel as though the side characters are really fun to watch. And if the whole movie dedicated about an hour to those side characters, I would still be entertained. And this movie isn't really that long. It's like an hour and 45 minutes or something. And if you haven't seen this movie, I would definitely recommend that you check it out. And I'm going to give In Bruges a 9 out of 10. Really enjoyed it. Thank you for watching my videos as always. If you enjoyed this review, be sure to leave a like and comment down below what you thought of In Bruges down below. And my social media links, they will all be in the description down below, so follow me there. And last but not least, subscribe to be a part of Foley Nation. And I'll see you when I get my next review up. And I was kind of scrolling through Netflix and just to see if there was something interesting I could watch on Netflix. And I found something that's been on my watch list for a while. That being Paul Thomas Anderson's Boogie Nights. So I'm going to check that out to see if it's any good. I've only seen Phantom Thread from him. And I'm excited to watch Boogie Nights to see if it's any good. But until I get that up, thank you for watching and have a great day.